Most users approach an AI prompt with a lazy 5-word request, receive a mediocre response, and immediately dismiss the technology as a toy. Yet a quiet group of power users is utilizing those same tools to complete a week's worth of high-level work in under an hour, building content engines and revenue streams that operate with almost no manual intervention. This disparity isn't a matter of who can write code or who was born a genius. It is the result of using a specific set of logic frameworks that most people never see. The gap between the AI literate and the rest of the world is widening. Navigating this shift requires 10 escalating levels of mastery, moving from the way you speak to the machine to the way you build a business. Meaningful results start with the CRISP framework. Because large language models are next-word prediction engines, they require specific guardrails: context, a defined role, clear instructions, technical specifications, and a target perspective. This is known as the specificity multiplier. As you add granular detail to a prompt, the output shifts from a generic guess to a highly relevant professional asset. By explicitly assigning a role, instructing the AI to act as a CEO or a senior analyst, you program its background personality, forcing the model to draw from specialized datasets rather than general knowledge. When tasks involve complex logic, the chain of thought technique becomes essential. Simple triggers like "let's think step by step" change how the model processes information. This forces the model to calculate intermediate steps before committing to a final answer. By showing its reasoning, the AI identifies its own logical gaps, which drastically reduces mathematical and reasoning errors. These foundational techniques are mandatory. You cannot scale a business using AI if you haven't mastered the baseline logic of the machine itself. These optimized prompt workflows are now becoming products in their own right. Experienced users are packaging tested logic, like specific ad copy frameworks, and selling them to businesses as prompt engineering as a service. The economic shift happens when you stack specialized models. A coordinated AI toolset replaces a traditional corporate department for under $150 a month. That stack involves Claude for writing, Midjourney for design, and 11 Labs for voice acting. This combination allows for faceless content, media properties that generate continuous ad and affiliate revenue through AI images and synthetic voices, without requiring the creator to ever appear on screen. The same logic applies to software. Solo operators are now using visual, no-code builders to launch micro SaaS platforms, specialized applications designed to solve a single narrow problem for a paying audience. By plugging the OpenAI API into these builders, creators can build a subscription-based tool that leverages the power of GPT while serving a very specific niche. The barrier to launching a tech enterprise is no longer millions in venture capital. It is simply an internet connection and the ability to connect the right API keys. At the enterprise level, isolated prompts are being replaced by autonomous agentic workflows, often connected via platforms like Zapier, that execute multi-step business operations while the owner is asleep. This transition also changes the nature of visibility. Traditional SEO is fading because these autonomous agents will eventually ignore any business whose data isn't structured for real-time machine reading. As these agents become more capable, it raises the common fear that AI is destined to replace the human workforce entirely. History suggests otherwise. When Tesla attempted to fully automate its production lines, the company realized that humans are underrated. The rigid complexity of the machines couldn't handle the variables that a human worker manages instinctively. Data shows that companies using AI to augment their staff, letting machines process the data while humans handle the strategy, outperform automation-only businesses by a factor of 3. Artificial intelligence functions as a cognitive layer that handles volume and velocity, allowing the human workforce to focus on the high-level judgment and empathy that machines lack. We are watching AI evolve from a search utility into a persistent operations manager that runs 24 hours a day. The people currently dominating this new economy aren't necessarily more technical than their peers. They are simply the ones who started building while others were still debating the technology's potential. On a global scale, the cost of institutional hesitation is becoming permanent. Markets are moving too fast for those who wait for a perfect moment to adapt. Every day you wait is a day your competitors gain ground. The only way to secure a future in this economy is to start imperfectly. Write one prompt today and build one workflow tomorrow.